Welcome to day 4 of the Hyundai 49er, 49er FX and Nacra 17 World Championships. My name's Anna Wilcox and this here is Jessie Turk. If you thought yesterday was intense, today is the first day of Gold Fleet racing. What does that mean, Jessie?
Well, Anna, this is it. It's the final series, the best of the best going head to head. There's no room for mistakes.
So what's on the line?
Well, it's not just the World Championships, but 10 of the countries that are in this Gold Fleet racing have not yet qualified for Tokyo Olympics. And with only 6 spots available, it's going to be interesting to see who's going to clip that ticket.
We've got the 49er FX up first this morning. Let's see who's going to make a statement.
Coming up to the start of the business end of the regatta.
2, 1.
Oh, a nice start at the port end by the Poles.
Yeah, good start by Poland down right on the pin end. And certainly that was very clean by Poland. That's Alexandra Malzaka and Kinga Lobota. It's coming good on this right-hand side at the moment, but now that we've
it's
got
a huge spread again, isn't it?
big separation, which means that advantage line, there will be a right and a wrong. So it's the Netherlands in the lead at the moment using virtual. So at the first mark of Gold Fleet racing, it is the Netherlands in the lead. That's Tanja Lutz and Suzanne Boyka in the lead, then closely followed by Poland.
Yeah, they've all gone out to the left, looking up the course.
I think the first windward beat was brutal. So Poland are quite short on that lay line. That's a little error there. If they didn't quite get to the lay line, so that's 2 extra jibes. That's a little error that'll be costly. The Netherlands of Arnholt and Janmaat are in the lead as they start to reach into the top mark. I thought they engineered that second windward beat beautifully. And in the first race of gold medal fleet, it is the Netherlands take first points. Pin end, it'll be Netherlands. It's going to be close. Netherlands will be second, then it's all on for third. Who's it going to be? Will it be Argentina or Poland? I think it's going to be Argentina. Just nip it on the line over Poland. So our race leaders from the Netherlands, Arnholt and Janmaat, they won that one quite comfortably in the end. Their countrymen who won the last World Championships are second, long way behind the line, so no danger of being over.
Very safe start for everyone.
So France bow forward, down to low, another good start by Poland, and then GBR, saw a Danish boat down to leeward. Then right out on the right-hand side, we've got the Americans, Paris Henkin and Anna Tobias. How's it going to play out for them when they come back on starboard? So at Mark 1, it'll be USA 92. That is Henkin and Tobias lead, followed by France. Then we're going to have the Netherlands. It looks like Finland and Argentina will make up that top group. Going into here, I'm just trying to figure out, before racing started today, this team were in 9th position overall.
Oh, they're going to take down jibe and come around the right-hand mark. They're going to head out.
That right hand was pretty kind to them up the first one to beat, so maybe they've said, well, we'll have another piece of that.
Yeah, I mean, it really looks like they're just sailing their own race. They're taking their own shifts and just sailing their best race. They're not really covering anyone here.
It's getting close. Now it's decision time for this team. Here they go. Oh, dropped the tiller extension. It's all right, good recovery. So that was Paris Henkin just on the tack. Paris Henkin, Anna Tobias lead at Mark 3. They square up, bear away set. Next, who's it going to be is Simo tacked by both boats. And it's France have managed to sneak in on the inside. We'll go back to virtual. Let's just have a look. I think they might have made a bit of an error in terms of ley line. Yeah, they have. I think they've gone a little bit further than they need to. that is an error. It's a massive error in context of world sailing, World Championship sailing, and it will mean that the Netherlands are going to be in the lead. Well, right at the end, the Americans stub their toe, open the opportunity for a lead change, and it's Netherlands take it out. Second over the line, we've got the French team. Changes were massive with Pickering and Duits from the Netherlands saying, thanks very much, we'll take that one. Bassard and Campon from France got third. All very close down at that pin end. Very close. I'd say Sweden could be in trouble as we come up towards the start. Sweden are over in my book down at the pin end, and we're underway. And that OCS will hear about that. But look, out pops Brazil down at that leeward end. Sweden have been rolled off the line, but I think, Emma,
I'm worried about a couple of others down there too. Maybe even, well, I don't want to put words in anyone's mouths here, but
Sweden looked advanced to me, but I think there were one or two others as well. When there's a lot of separation, there's a lot of things that can happen in terms of the physical conditions on the water. And if I was rolling the dice and saying, where would you like to be? I'm afraid in this condition, and it's starting to show now, Grail and Nielsen up there on that Takapuna side. This is so it's Martin Grail from Brazil. Just shows you how far apart their left and right group. What I'm surprised about is, in terms of the geometry, is one group have gone hard left, the other hard right. They're actually, you know, all in the same piece of real estate as they converge into the top mark. It's Ida Marie Nielsen and Marie Olsen. They are, what's that, 5 or 6 boat lengths in the lead?
yeah, they pulled out a bit of distance on those behind.
We are just hearing that Sweden 999, so that's Wester, who are up in that leading group. They've just jibed, they're in 5th, they are disqualified. And I think we identified that, Emma, that they were well advanced. And unfortunately for Sweden, they, black flag, you're out, you're gone. Denmark, they are the giveaway boat here, but I think they're clear ahead just. So they'll just go straight in. Jenica will come down and they'll go straight up that Takapuna side. In comes Olsen, Jenica down. It's almost Simo. Who turns upwind first? Oh, equal. New Zealand are quite exposed here by being so far on the right tactically. So we'll see how that one develops. I mean, they were right up in 5th. So let's say they're 5th at the bottom mark. We'll just see if this going hard right, how that plays out for them. So at Mark 3, after a really pretty well a 2-tack beat, it will be Denmark in the lead. They lead at the bottom mark. They lead at Mark 3. So coming down to the finish, here it is. Denmark take it out. That's Nielsen and Olsen. There was no big talking points. Ida Marie Nielsen and Olsen. There was one boat over early. That's Grail and Kunz in 2nd, Nass and Groningen in 3rd.
A tough morning for our FX girls in the first day of Gold Fleet racing.
Yeah, it was really tricky conditions out there. I think it was tough to string together 3 good races, and we saw that from the Brazilian girls, the overnight leaders. They had a really good one to start, and then an absolute shocker, but it was the mark of a good team to bounce back in that final one like they did.
Speaking of bouncing back, Alex and Molly had a tough first 2 races, but they did manage to get a pretty good one there at the end.
Yeah, they squeezed a good one in, and they needed that, not just to move up inside the top 10, which they've done, but for their confidence as well. They know they can make that boat go fast. They just need to get the boat going a little bit.
Any surprises out there this morning?
Yeah, for me it was the German girls, Lutz and Bucher. They had 3 really good races. They've stormed up into the podium in 3rd position. And what's interesting is that they are leading the way in terms of countries that have not yet qualified for the Olympics. So they've put themselves in a really good position.
Awesome stuff. And we caught up with the Dutch girls to see how they were feeling after this morning's racing.
Well, Annette, another really good day for you out there.
Yeah, it was very nice. We started off a bit lighter winds and then picked up quickly. It was really nice conditions and we sailed well, so we're very happy.
And do you like it when it gets a bit more breezy like this?
Yeah, we do like it. Yeah, it's a lot of fun to sail the boat then, and yeah, I think we're going quite quick, so we like the breeze.
And Annemiek, you got quite lucky in that second race when you took the race win. Talk us through that.
Yeah, so we're actually in third going into the final leg, and then it was quite hard to see the finish line. And then we were just kept looking and looking, and we said, we have to jibe out. And the first two boats, I think they missed it or they saw it too late, so they went past the ley line, and we overtook them. So that was good for us, yeah. A bit lucky.
You need a bit of luck now and then. But the boat seems to be going fast. It's not just luck out there. Since the first day, you've been pretty flawless.
No, we had some mistakes. I think today we sailed quite well, but the other days we had needed to have some comebacks. But yeah, so far it's going well.
And for the people at home that don't know too much about the final series racing, it gets a lot tighter out there with all the boats grouped together, and it becomes a lot more difficult to work your way through the field.
Yeah, so now we're in the top 25 boats, and every point counts more because yeah, you're all related all the time, and it's harder to work your way back because everybody's at sort of the same level, and you better start in the front and make it a good one.
Are you enjoying yourselves here in New Zealand?
Yes, we like it a lot. Yeah, it's a really beautiful country. You can do a lot of outdoor activities, so yeah, we like it.
And what's been your favourite thing about New Zealand so far?
Favorite thing? We went to Pia. Pia was very good. Yes. Very relaxing, and yeah, and the people are super friendly. Yeah, that's good.
Me included?
Also very friendly.
We're now about to head into the afternoon of racing with the Nacra 17 are battling it out. It was an up and down day yesterday for our Kiwis, but two of them had a really good day. Liv and Jason, we caught up with them before they headed out.
Guys, absolutely smashed the day yesterday. How was it out there?
Yeah, it was so much fun. It's so cool to be racing in our home waters and racing at the front of the fleet. You know, we haven't been racing together a lot, and it was pretty cool to put in some good performances out there.
Not just good performances, Liv. It was a first, third, and then a first. What a start to the day. What was the key out there?
I think just getting off the start line was key for us. We knew that we were pretty fast once we got going, so just needed to give ourselves an opportunity, really, and was able to do that in the first three. Unfortunately, not in the last, but new day today. So.
But even in that last one, you found yourself quite far back on the start line, but you managed to work your way up, and 15 is still respectable.
Yeah, for sure. We tried to work our way back through the fleet, and it was quite a late race in the day, so we were just trying to get a keeper, and it was okay for us. So.
And Jace, talk to us about these Nacras. They're a one design boat, they're a new boat as well, but there's a slight tolerance to it, and you go through quite strict measurement criteria.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you jumped on anyone's boat in the fleet, you'd find little differences. And in the end of the day, it's about personalising your boat for your sailing style and also for what you believe is going to be the fastest settings. So things like foils, for example, are a really important part of our setup, and so just how you sand the foils and how you look after them, that makes quite a bit of difference.
Well, you're fast out there yesterday. Let's hope you're fast out there today. Good luck.
Yeah, thanks very much.
The breeze is picking up here, which is going to make for some really exciting Nacra sailing.
Yeah, these boats absolutely love the breeze. They're the fastest of the Olympic class boats, so expect to see them pop up out of the water on the foils. It'll be exciting action.
Awesome stuff. And who do you reckon we're going to see right up there at the top?
Yeah, look, it's hard to go past the Italians. They're really fast, particularly in these kind of conditions, so I'd expect to see them up there. And the Great Britain boats as well. They've got a big battle going on between the two of them, so look for them to push each other all the way.
Exciting stuff. And what about Olympic selection? What's it looking like there?
So actually, Anna, just by qualifying for the Gold Fleet, every country that's in there has now earned their spot in the Olympics. So all they need to focus on now is actually winning the World Champs.
Which is going to make those internal battles even more exciting.
Yeah, you've got these great internal battles which are almost subplots to the World Championships going on. You've got GBR pushing each other, you've got the Australians, the Italians, it's all going on out there.
Exciting stuff. Well, let's head to the race highlights from this afternoon.
As they now start to wind up, and this is the first race of Gold Fleet. Big sag in the middle of the line, and we're underway. Very safe start for the teams, and we'll just let it now mature a little bit. So Spain 28 to windward. Look, at the first mark, it's Spain leading Italy. Then they move across to the spreader mark. As they foil it up, now they'll go downwind and the speed will double. So around the mark comes Spain. Look for the hoist. They get under control, then Italy hoist. So at the bottom mark, it's Spain. Bit of a late takedown, good recovery as they suck the Jenica down into the retrieval chute. And Saw Jason Waterhouse go around there. Now we've got Austria and Denmark. That looks like New Zealand coming in there at pace. Oh, that must have been close. So 42 from New Zealand. It's Olivia Mackay. Just came right over the rudder blades of Denmark.
Looks like there's been a lead change here, Pete. That right-hand wind shift working out for the Italians. So Bassaro and Friscari again showing good speed, but also smarts in this heavier air condition out there.
Coming up to the top mark, we've had a lead change on leg 2. They must be below the ley line, so a little bit to go yet. Is that going to change the game? Oh, a small one. That will open up for Spain. They'll come ripping through on the inside. So they just misjudged the ley line from a long way out, the Italians. And that meant that Spain could get back in the lead.
Over. Skipper on a Spanish boat there, falling over.
It will be Spain in the lead. Tara Pacheco doing fabulous job. Okay, jibe round the bottom mark.
Yeah, and this is a tough situation here for the Spanish. They go straight round, out of attack and into a hoist of the Jenica on the front there. You can see the crew pulling that front sail up. It's going to snap the sheet on and very quickly needs to get back out onto that trapeze wire as the boat starts to foil.
But over the line, it is Spain win. They sailed a beautiful race, and that will certainly help their aggregate score. So that's the first race off of the Gold Fleet, and it is Spain from the 2 Italians, Waterhouse and Darmanin from Australia. Oh, I think he's in trouble. I think he's in trouble. Ika Martinez, he's had to bail out of there.
Might have just managed to, that was precision to just get round the front of that committee boat. Any part of the boat crossing the most windward part of that start line.
So we are just hearing Spain 70, Chris.
Looks
over.
like Ika Martinez, they ruled that he did just break that graphic at the start. Early advantage to Billy Bisson.
There's a big separation between Bisson and Saxton in terms of leverage.
So you'll see this gain line swing right back towards the Aussies of Waterhouse and Darmian. We could see a lead change here as the French, they'll try and make this second manoeuvre right in front of the Aussies. You see them going through it there. They might have just done enough to hold off the Australian challenge and lead around Mark 1.
French ahead, Australia second. That leading group still heading down on Port Jibe. Waterhouse out of there first. I get the impression that that is a little bit of a hot angle, and that could open up for Waterhouse as they come down to the bottom mark.
Looks to me like Waterhouse has absolutely nailed this ley line down to the bottom right-hand gate. So the French might have to get rid of the Jenica a little bit earlier, and because of the tight angle in, they have to go around that mark, which, well, in the last beat, it didn't seem too bad going out to that right-hand side of the racecourse, but you'll see here it is Jason Waterhouse who absolutely nailed that ley line into the bottom mark, sets them up to come around what we think is the favoured gate and out to this closer left-hand side of the course. Still the French lead around the top, Billy Bisson, closely followed by Lisa Darmian and Jason Waterhouse, who are sailing less distance than the rest of the fleet and fast through the water.
Jibe set by Waterhouse. They come round, there's immediately a split as the red Jenica deploys, and they're off down to the bottom mark. Next it will be Germany. Yeah, I don't know if he's on the ley line. If we go back to virtual, oh, it's close. This jibe will be a little bit taxing for the French.
I think Waterhouse has absolutely nailed this ley line. He's done an absolutely brilliant job around the racecourse so far to sail less distance, and these ley lines into the bottom gates have been on point. That could be the difference coming down to the finish of this final race.
A race win in the second of the finals for Jason Waterhouse. How close are they to the ley line? No, they do have to jibe. This could swing it back as they come through. Here come the French. It's going to be just inches in it. Australia take it from the French. So that is two exciting races from the Nacra 17s. Jason Waterhouse, Lisa Darmanin took that one with a come from behind victory from Billy Bisson and Marie Roux. coming up to the start. Who's it going to be as we get underway? This will be the last race of the day, and Germany coming in at pace at the leeward end of the line. Can they do a port ender? Yes, that is what legends are made of, and Germany pull off a port ender and they'll clear the field. Will they get through? They are the giveaway boat. You talk about that in the bar for years to come, so Germany smoked them off the line.
That's a mic drop moment.
We'll have a look at the replay. You know, you're fully committed. They're both on the trapeze, and off you go. And to pull that off in a World Championship, woo!
It's going to be tight at this first mark. The Germans might just sneak over the Kiwis, but a really, really nice move there from Micah Wilkinson and Erica Dawson, because they were 5th or 6th on that upwind leg, and they've converted that into a pass, and they're going to get around the top mark in the top 3. So awesome result for those guys.
So in the lead, it is France and New Zealand. France, Germany, New Zealand make up the top 3, and it's close. I thought that good control there by Wilkinson and Dawson. So Bisson is on the ley line. It looks like the New Zealanders are just a little bit above it. Do they soak it off at the end, or do they take the other gate?
I'd say they'd have to jibe off, and it looks like they're going to take the other gate, but as we've seen that right-hand side with more current, it might not be a bad move here for the Kiwis. So a split upwind creates a bit of opportunity to get some distance back on the leaders.
The New Zealanders, that bottom mark, picking the right-hand gate at the moment, is paying dividends. We can see the right hand is paying. So Micah Wilkinson, Erica Dawson, they had a good downwind. Situation here is New Zealand are ahead, but they're not on ley line. So that means to get up to the mark, they're going to have to do 2 tacks. And then we are heading on the downwind. Erica Dawson will go in, grab the halyard. Up goes the Jenica. Good hoist, jibe set.
Straight into a jibe set. Big move here for the French. Do they jibe? It looks like they're going to jibe and follow, so that's great news for the Kiwis. The French are opting to follow now. It's just a straight drag race. And it looks like the French team on the left-hand side have made big gains here, as it looks like a bit of a wind shift, so it's going to get tight at the finish. It's all about picking the right lane into the finish. The French won't have to do any more manoeuvres. That's Delpierre on the left-hand side, but both Wilkinson and Besson look like they're going to have to make one more manoeuvre down to the finish. It's going to be close here.
I think Wilkinson is far enough advanced to the next jibe will be crucial. Pick your moment. And here they go into the jibe, jibing through, and on comes the Jenica. Nice jibe. Now jump the boat back onto the foils, out onto the trapezing. Michael Wilkinson gets it under control. As long as they are on the ley line, they'll pick the right angle, and they have to the finish. So it will be Wilkinson and Dawson from New Zealand. They picked the bottom mark gate perfectly. They took the lead on the second upwind. And for this young combination to take out the 3rd race of the finals, that is massive to win a race at the World Championships. Absolute highlight. So here we go, and Micah Wilkinson, Erica Dawson to win in a gold, when you're in the gold fleet to win a race, that's a massive result for that young combination. Besson 2nd, Delapierre from France 3rd.
Wow, what an exciting afternoon of racing.
Yeah, we finally saw the Nacras, and the wind was up, the waves are up as well, and there's some great action out there.
That final race, though, there's so much to talk about. First, we'll talk about the start of the Germans.
Yeah, that's bragging rights. Coming out on that port tack start, it's really difficult to do. You have to nail it. It's hero or zero. But the Germans, they were heroes today.
Exactly. How long do you think they were planning that? Was that sort of a last-minute decision, do you reckon?
Yeah, it could be, but whatever it was, they nailed it. So, go them.
And let's talk about the winners of that race. Micah Wilkinson and Erica Dawson. What a win for them.
Yeah, this is tough. This is final series at the World Championship event. It doesn't get any bigger than this. And they absolutely smashed that race. And who did they beat? But 4-time world champs, Billy Bisson and Marie Rieu. So a really huge result from them.
They should be incredibly proud of that. But tomorrow morning, we're going to be seeing the 49er Gold Fleet. We're finally going to see Pete Berling and Blair Tuke in action.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll be chasing down those German boys of Heil and Pluser, who are about 10 points ahead of the boys at the moment. So heading into the weekend, it's all on.
Big battle right there. And then in the afternoon, we're going to see the 49er FX, which is going to be awesome to see. Tensions are running high. Hopefully Molly and Alex can pull something out of the bag.
Let's hope so. We'll see you tomorrow.